I just want to be the freest man on the sea. Monkey D. Luffy. This is the man who will have to become Pirate King to reach this dream. And this is Joy who will tell you his story. This is our protagonist, Eiichiro Sensei Manga's protagonist. This is one of the core messages of One Piece, together with food and many others, love and how to make a family. This is a message of freedom. It's a core message. If you want to know everything about Luffy, what Luffy did in this story so far, where where he went, where he goes, where he will go, and whom he met along the way, you want to know more about his character, his powers, his personality, his psyche, stay here. These Luffy's profiles, full profiles, 10 points, where I tell you all you need to know about Luffy. But not only that, whatever I describe, talk about on One Piece, of course, has always got a reference, explanation, examples from the original manga series, as well as other manga series, the most famous one, and stories, including poems and novels from classical literature. So stay here with me and listen up to Joy. Number 10, Luffy's are ready for the last points dedicated to our Straw Hats captain. Let's start. Number 10, 10, 10, 10. Top 10. At the moment, Luffy is the only character to have not been affected the slightest by Mrs. Boa Hancock's petrifying powers. He's the only one to not have been affected by the Mero Mero no Mi. How many times have we watched male characters melting down in the presence of a single beauty in an anime series? How many times? It happens every time, especially in 2023 with the modern low quality animation. It's a cliche. It's a cliche we all know about Japanese went definitely far beyond Western imagination on this side, creating any sort of pervert gushing over a smile or a breast, a move, a blink of an eyes in the past few decades. Is it not true, isn't it? Come on, guys. It's not only Sanji. It's always been like this. Let's dive deep into this point, in this aspect of Boankok's personality and Luffy's reaction. We need to get to know Luffy's reaction to these Boankok's arrogance and powers. In fact, let's start with a list of these perverts or characters, like from the unstoppable Kappei Sakamoto. Sorry for mispronouncing Japanese words or Japanese name, as I'm not into Japanese yet, guys, and I don't have time to check these guys. But I know well the characters. I know I watched them and I've read them about a long time ago in my childhood. I grew up with these characters, guys. So I know them. Just I know the different Italian version or the English version, but not the Japanese one. Maybe I forgot. From the unstoppable Kappei Sakamoto and the cringe Chusan or Kousan Chusan from Majoko Meguchan. From Majoko, devoted exclusively to white panties treasures, to more various and hard-mashed types like City Hunter, guys. City Hunter. How can you forget City Hunter? Our Rio Saeba, who gets fooled by a panty or a bra following his lecherous attitude. To great teacher Onizuka, guy. Onizuka, our great teacher of all of our child. Onizuka, who enjoys the sight of his student school uniform but craves for their mothers, maybe single mothers instead. G.T.O, great teacher Onizuka. Look for these animes I'm citing, I'm quoting, so you can get a little culture and a background of this. To the old Master Muten, our Dragon Ball guy drooling over hot babies like Bulma, Can you forget Bulma in the first volumes of One Piece or Goku or Dragon Ball? Sorry, or the Akira Toriyama, where we see Bulma and her Pansy, Maestro Muto and Krillin doing the great training in Mutun Island, Master Mutun Island. A classic. It's a classic, guys. For this tracking shot remains Ranma, 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 Llama, 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 or how to say in English, 1/2 second, one divided by two, one of two, Ramma o 1/2. In Italian, it was Ramma un mezzo, and then there's a famous opening, great opening. L'acqua calda sai, l'acqua fredda sai, out the water no, out the cold water no, everything will change every again. With this gender, one of second I was saying, with this gender switch protagonist would lure both genders, including the legendary Happosai, guys. The old guy, the old. How can you forget the old Happosai? It's unforgettable. He's an unforgettable character. Go to look for this series. It's pretty fun and works even in for teenagers. It's still pretty humorous and interesting, full of switches and fights. Would get sick and weak if not if not groping women all the time. Okay, we have the old master Mother, another old master, because Happosai is also a martial artist, the Chinese martial. Oh, is it Japanese? Yeah, he's a Japanese master. He's a Japanese martial arts master, old master, who gained also skill from. This cliché of the guy love-struck and or at the same time hormones-driven to harass women and collecting their undergarments is as so well established and traditional trait of the Japanese media mix production in the late 80s and 90s to produce a specular range of female characters ready to submit and hook in thousand ways the not anymore strong gender in your generation, guy, in the millennial generation Z, generation X, the new generation, who are not strong and strong gendered anymore. There's no male and female anymore. Okay, if just peeping through some harems episode or school based anime, renowned also in the West thanks to memes and YouTube so far. We can spot several types of beauty, from the sweet tsundere to the psychopathic yandere. I don't know. Correct me this if I don't know how to say it, because I'm not into this kind of anime anymore. I never been, actually. From the painfully shy dandere to the god personality of the kamidere, dandere, yandere, tsundere, which believe and act as they are the most perfect and infallible being on the earth, in our planet. From this character to let's. This is, guys, the right perspective and grid in which we need to collocate to insert the Empress Hancock's guy, Boa Hancock's character, and Luffy's most unlikely response, okay, to her power. Since Boa, without Luffy around, represents mostly a Kamidere-like type who has been gifted by Oda Sensei with her devil fruits power, with the DF powers, okay, with their special power. The ability to turn people into stone, guys, and get literally every insolent old man, in her opinion, old man on the earth, unaware follower killed, instantly killed by a little toss. It's indeed a terrifying power, stepping over even the most praised Erosia of Kizaru, of the admirals, guys. These are terrifying powers. Not a case. I wrote this in 2017, guys. What a prediction. No, no, what how he aged well, guys. How it aged well. Because now you can see Blackbeard wanted to have her powers. And the Seraphim, one of the most exactly now in Egghead, we see in Egghead, sorry, we see how powerful and important is Boenko's power. We can turn everybody in stone and completely destroy them with a toss. And as such as is feared by Admiral and world government at the top of One Piece society. In this regard, in this perspective, in this exclusively Boenko's eyes, and in this specific case, Luffy is that rare breed, that alien coming from a planet where simple old-fashioned perverts, to mention one, Sanjuro, cannot be found, can be found,
Be
who does
found.
not feel an inch of excitement. Luffy is that guy who does not feel an inch of excitement and seems to also decide to reduce it to a state of innocence, as
Innocent
if he's a
and
baby
is
that doesn't care about anything else but meat and his dream. So that he did not drop, sorry, that Luffy did not drop a single sweat, nor flow an almond in his blood when the incomparable Helen of Troy, we can call her, moved her legs and did her specific special pose with the Mero no Mi in our famous chapter, ultra renowned chapter of Sabaody, after Sabaody, right? 517, 517. The Mero Mello
Romero
Hancock signature attack,
signature
practically
acting.
until now, so far, like, guys, worked on
Worked on
everyone,
everyone,
turning hundreds,
turning on
thousands into statues, except for the Vice. I wrote this back in 2018, 17, so before the Eggers arc, before Blackbeard would face fearless Boang, uh, before Kobe would show up and fight her. Guys, exactly. I even predicted that. You go on go on this YouTube channel, check out Boankak's future prediction. I did it. I wrote in 2017, 18 that the one who could defeat Boankak are Kobe's and pure art character, Luffy, and no one else than Kobe. Anyway, the Vice Admiral Momonga, who managed to stab himself right before the shot in order to focus his attention and nerves exclusively on the pain, inferred to himself. It's a bit like Vash the Stampede. If you have seen the Vash the Stampede, when he fights a gun on gangs, number 6, I don't remember, chapter 516. Okay,
516.
go to watch also Vash the Stampede, the original series, watch such a masterpiece. The fact that Luffy demonstrated to be totally immune to the pirate empress's sorcery and appeal, despite the most beautiful woman in One Piece was even naked in that specific moment. Chapter again, 517. If you didn't read, go to read it. Otherwise, we're talking
What
about
were you talking about?
could be one of the unconscious reason of her helpless love disease. The following love disease, she got love struck by Luffy, and this instant crash on him, who still lasting till now in a get and then like after many volumes. Boa Hancock, exactly.
Okay,
Yes, guy.
exactly.
Boa Hancock. Boa Hancock.
Hank,
The most
the
beautiful
most
woman in One Piece
woman in One
universe, the
Piece
most
universe, the
boobies
most
woman, is
boobiest
the
woman,
same
is the
woman
same
who
woman
looks
who looks
the hot
the
baby,
hot
who looks
baby, who
down on
looks down
people and men, especially to the point of bending herself and staring upward to the sky. Whenever someone shows up and dares
and
to ask
dares to ask
something,
something,
anything to her.
anything.
Consequently, the scenes with that idiot of Luffy, even challenging her or getting her blushing for him, are as hilarious as unique in the One Piece story. In my place, in my opinion, we have a saying: who does not dare enough cannot take beautiful ladies home, cannot get beautiful ladies home. In my place, yes, in my township, in my village, Usopp village, I would say, we have this saying: whoever does not dare to do crazy things to be brave in basically not to dare enough, doesn't dare enough, doesn't, is not enough brave, it will not get beautiful ladies home. It's true. It's true. Gives the experience, life experience, and find your experience too. Get your experience on this one and let me know in the comments down below. Bye bye, guys. This was Luffy number 10. It's now time to move to our swordman, and where we just learned now with daddy. Who cares? They are all orphans in One Piece. So let's
So
find out
let's
more about Zoro. It's time to talk
to
about his
talk about
source, talk about his abilities, his
building this
characteristics, and his psychology, because I always have a special look on their psychology. Let's move to Zoro. Thanks for listening. This was brought by Joy.